Hello again.
Hello, hello.
We couldn't not do a bit of Sol, your darling, your favorite,
It is.
which is up
Oh,
10% today. So, what are you thinking about Sol then?
I'm
You're
pre-
speechless.
pretty chuffed actually. It's just so good to see that it's breaking through every single resistance, and instead of failing, it's just going to the next line, and it seems to just be breaking through with massive ease. Every single piece of resistance that you see, this asset has broke straight through with not giving a Nelly's. It doesn't even retrace and test back on any single line that it's broke through, and it's just doing it again now. It's crazy. There's
I
some
had this F14 here because we were discussing in our group about someone was asking, what is Tiger, which is my indicator here, what's Tiger saying about Sol? And it's really just saying stay in the trade that you should have been in back here. But it is hard, to know what to do when something takes off and you're not in the trade, like you don't have any, what do you do? And at this stage, Sol had come up to 46, 47 and then pull back. And I was saying, that's why I measured it. It was 14%. It's 14% retraced from that. And it's come back and touched the 9 EMA. What at what point you start going, I think I'll buy a little bit here, like I've been saying in the other videos. You can keep waiting and waiting and waiting, and then it keeps going up and up and up, so if it comes down and it came back, retraced 14-15%, touched the 9, think, well, I'm just going to buy a little bit. So I actually just bought like 5 or something,
Yeah, I bought
keep nibbling, because you don't know, it could have come on down and retrace further, like at the 9 or hit a different fib or whatever. But that's why I had that there, that 14%. And it did, like it kept on coming down, and it actually touched the 9 3 times, and then boom.
Oh yeah, I can see that now.
Just the more that you can watch these. I like the EMAs, the 9, 20, 21, 55. You like fibs, but they generally are the same levels. Usually it's the same levels. But you can see it's just continually, look at here, bounced off up, bounced up, bounce, bounce, bounce up. When you see it happening over and over again, you begin to become, right, I'm just going to buy a little. You have conviction in what you're seeing in the chart. I put this level here based on these resistance areas here, and it is blasted through. It has come through. So, but why? You are a massive Sol fan. You bought here, didn't you?
Yeah,
Everyone else was running away from Sol after the FTX thing, and you were like, I love Sol, I'm buying you, but you went in quite heavy there, didn't you?
yes, I did. Yeah.
So why are you so bullish on Sol for this cycle?
I think fundamentally a lot of altcoins have got no fun, they're just mental. And Sol has strong fundamentals. It has got partnerships with Visa. It has a platform that works, that is cheap, that is fast and used. It is providing a service of use to people in cryptology. Gaming is massive. NFTs are massive. The majority of NFTs and gamers all need Sol to complete their day. Yeah. And the platform doesn't ever rip you off. To do any transaction, you're talking like, hundreds of a tenth of a penny. It's tiny. It's such a tiny transaction charge, where ETH on some NFT sales, people paying up to $2,000 to buy something that they were already paying a fortune for. If it's launched on the Solana network, then you're not getting ripped. And That's the other reason I love it. And it's the developers, even though, you know, they've got a minuscule amount compared to Ethereum developers, I think that a lot of people, and I'm seeing in different chat rooms, people who've held ETH for many, many months are flipping it into Sol.
Yeah.
Because they can see that their platform is so much better. And it's because, you know, it's cheaper as well. And it's cheap and it works. So yeah, Ethereum works, but it's, you know, it's doing the same job. Why would I would just not buy an NFT if it were on Ethereum. I wouldn't do it because just out of principle.
Absolutely.
It's
also, you just wait, because, you know, I've been through one cycle, you've been through two cycles, you know, that as the bull run goes on, it just gets crazy, ridiculous phase to use Ethereum, that it makes it impossible. You have to, your position size needs to be so big just to pay the fee, you know. And this, you're right. I mean, I haven't used the Sol blockchain that much, but I have, you know, used the Radium exchange, and it is so cheap. It works so well. Yeah, it's amazing. And I think, you know, touching on gaming, I do think a lot of people, like, I'm not a gamer at all. I have no interest in gaming whatsoever, but I think a lot of people think that crypto gaming is dead and not good quality, but that isn't true, is it?
Some of the games could be epic, but the problem that I think that we've got is that mainstream gaming is so far advanced,
yeah,
that it's going to take something massive to you know, to sort of like contest with Call of Duty or something like that. But what I can see is that gamers that play the likes of Call of Duty could be enticed into play to earn and get a little bit of something out of it. And maybe there's something in the pipeline that they will use blockchain to, you know, to give somebody a reward for playing a game. That I can see crossing over. And who will they use?
yeah,
They're going to use Sol, aren't they? There's, you know, there's a few. There's Gala, but that's, you know, under investigation at the moment. But as far as platforms goes, there's Matic, AVAX, and Sol. It's going to be Sol. It's so that's another reason to like speculate that maybe that could be in the pipeline. But even if it isn't, it's like, it's just such a good little asset. And for people who are thinking, well, I've missed the boat because, you know, we're all about buying it in 8, 9, 10, up to 18. If you go up weekly and see where it's actually at, it's got
miles
to go. It's got miles and miles and miles and miles to go.
Just to get back to its all-time high on KuCoin in this chart. $269, $260. 450% from where it is now, you know, and that's only to the all-time high, because although not every crypto is going to reach its all-time high, some will not, many will not, but a lot will go way beyond their all-time high. Like their all-time high will be far away. Or they end up, you know, like if you're comparing Sol and ETH, you know, like nearly $5,000. I'm not saying Sol's going to do that at all, but what I'm just saying is, you know, if you're saying like, is it like a layer one that people actively use, you know, that they're investing in, you could, I mean, $260 seems quite like cheap. It seems like a low value if you compare it to Ethereum, which is almost like, you know, nearly $2,000 at 1/8, and Sol's $47. So you just think, you know, I think that, so the question is, you know, should I buy Sol? Should I buy Sol now? Like, it's already come up from its low of like $9 and now it's 47. I've missed it. don't need it. Why should I buy? I shouldn't buy, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, it's actually another way of looking at it is it's good to back a strong horse. The market is showing that there's a lot of demand for Sol. There's a lot of interest in Sol. And there's a lot of strength in Sol. So it's better to back a stronger horse rather than risking a weaker horse. Or if you are going to risk a weaker horse, you put less in.
Yeah, I mean, once it breaks 47 and it might come down and retest that straight up, straight down. I tell you what, there's no to stop it. And that it could be quite explosive, that where I've got to sit on my hands. It is when there's no resistance and no support, it is straight up, straight down.
Like, nothing's ever financial advice. All we're doing is really just talking through our thought processes, what we would do, what we're thinking, how we approach the market, Sol looks very, very strong. And I do have a position. I accumulated little bits here. But I would like to add, and I'll be doing, like I've been saying in the other videos, I will be adding when there are dips.
Yeah.
When there's pullbacks to the 9 or the 21, I will be adding to my position. And at a certain point, I will stop adding. At a certain point, I will stop adding, and I will start looking to sell. But I'm not there yet. I still got cash, and my bags aren't totally packed. I still got cash on the sideline to back stronger horses. And also there'll be new projects launched that will have hype, like the BRC20, things like that. That I have a little bit of cash set aside for that as well.
Yeah.
I wish you so much luck with your massive bag of Sol.
Well, I've been 100% Wyckoff. I've just I've literally Wyckoffed my way into this, and I've had a massive amount of support from like one of the guys in that we've been together through thick and thin, and we just said, right, this is it, we're buying, and we're gonna sit in there, and we're just gonna buy while everybody else is telling us that we're crazy. And it doesn't matter, because I'm in profit with my positions, because I did buy and I watched it drop 50% sometimes, and I still carried on buying it, and now let's see if it does have the run, and if it doesn't, I'll protect myself. I'll get out, and I'll have made a little bit of money. I just can't see it. Some drastic's going to have to happen, that the whole of this world gets shut down for it to stop this. I think this run will
possible.
Happen.
It is possible.
Isn't it?
I think we both think we're at the beginning of a bull cycle here. And for it, I just think if you want to participate in the bull cycle and you're, never, and, don't invest more money than you're willing to lose, and I think the rule is sort of like no more than like 10% of your net assets, mostly in Bitcoin and a little bit of few alts. But just because something has gone from $9 to $47 already doesn't mean you still can't make money out of it. You haven't missed it.
Absolutely.
You have not missed it.
I know people who are not even buying it. They will not consider buying Sol until it's broke 47, it's come back and retested, and then they will look to get in. And if it doesn't retest from 47, they will have buy set at 50, 52, 55, and that's where they will enter this trade, because I'm the one that was the idiot buying down here, not knowing where bottom was. I mean, it
was risky. That was a high risk move that has paid off for you, and you are being rewarded with that. But it was buying here was a massive risk. But you're willing to do it because you use such a small amount of your overall portfolio to do that, and you're willing to take the risk. And you had the conviction in Sol with all your contacts in the gaming industry and your research on Sol. So it was a calculated risk as well. But it's really worked out for me, and you held through all of this, because this was very choppy. I mean, it did eventually make higher lows, but it didn't make higher highs. It was This was
No.
not easy. This was not easy. This was quite volatile. And boom.
Yeah, and you know, I used Radium platform to farm the sol that I had. So it more or less stopped me from selling it, doing any panic sells while it was doing this, because I was actually growing sol on a weekly basis, and I was quite focused on the fact that I wanted to make more sol regardless of the price it was at, because I believe that it's a cracking asset that has got a future, which, you know, last bull run, I didn't look at fundamental. I didn't give a monkeys at all about what these. I just thought that's going to run. I'll have a bit of that, and then I'll sell it. And I'm approaching it very differently this time. I want something that has got some worth and has got some use, and I can see that sol has in quite a few different areas. So hopefully, you know, I ain't just jumped in on something willy-nilly.
Well, you're already, you know,
yeah.
Just take it in here. Yeah, 400% up. Yeah.
Good God. And half on them were free. You know, like, because we're farming them. Like, so.
You know, just rubbing it in. Now you're rubbing it in. No, that's amazing. You know, that's amazing, because even that is high risk, and you know, that's not for everybody, you know, to do that. But yeah,
it wasn't for me. I shouldn't have done it. But I just wanted to see how behind the scenes people are, you know, making wealth as well. And I didn't know how to farm last bull run. I didn't know, you know, how to buy stuff on little dexers. I had no idea, and this time I have, and I'm not brilliant at it. If I don't buy out on Alex Labs for a couple of weeks, then I have to get my book out. Step 1 to 4, how to buy.
Okay, I actually feel better. It's not just me. I know. Yeah.
It's still complex. We'll laugh in like 5 years' time. We'll laugh like hours, you know, how you had to plug your ledger in and put your little code in and like rest on it. We'll laugh at how infantile the structure was, and how it's gonna just explode. And
yeah, I think so.
And because
there's so many solutions out there that haven't been created yet or haven't been released yet. They're just going to make this so easy and so accessible and so safe, you know, for everybody. Because the way it is now, you know, like we're saying, how complicated it is to use Alex Labs, you know, that is not for everybody. And that's a huge barrier to people using and buying crypto, you know. But these things will be ironed out over time. But that's why you're getting the rewards. That's why you're getting these huge gains, because you know, because you are so early and this is so new, you know, and then that's so volatile. But
it's crazy.
We will keep a careful watch on Solana and see how it goes.
Yeah, fine. I'm gonna have to have a lie down. This was